All right, a 1,200 kilogram car. It's a mass. Increases its velocity from 13 meters per second to 17 meters per second. This is the beginning velocity, or V naught, and this is the final velocity, or V. Sometimes you'll see VF written for this. Find the change in momentum for the car. So delta P is what we're looking for here. When it comes to change in velocity, you always find the change in anything is the final minus the beginning. In this case, the change in velocity is going to be the final velocity minus the beginning velocity. So we've got a mass of 1,200 kilograms. We've got a beginning velocity of 13 meters per second. Final velocity of 17 meters per second. And change in momentum, delta P, is mass times change in velocity. And for the change in velocity, you can substitute the VF, or the V minus the V naught. We'll just substitute the work in here. Delta P equals 1,200 kilograms. That's going to be multiplied by 17 meters per second minus 13 meters per second. And 1,200 kilograms times 4 meters per second is going to give us a delta P of 4,800 kilograms meters per second. Okay, question number 2. 0.03 kilogram golf ball. That's a mass. Hit off of a tee with at a velocity of 34 meters per second. So if it's being hit off the tee, the beginning velocity is going to be 0 meters per second. So the final velocity is 34 meters per second. So you can use that to find the change in velocity, or you can just know that the change in velocity is 34 meters per second, since it started at 0. The golf club was in contact with the ball for 0.003 seconds, and we want to know what the average force on the ball by the club was. So you're looking for the force. You've got a mass of 0.03 kilograms. We've got a change in velocity of 34 meters per second. We've got a time of 0.003 seconds. The base formula, F delta T equals M delta V. We're looking for the force, so we're going to divide both sides by delta T to get the force by itself. Cancels out. Force equals mass times delta V over delta T. Force equals N 0.03 kilograms times 34 meters per second divided by 0.003 seconds. The answer I have for this is 340 newtons. That's the proper unit for force, is a newton. Okay. Toy rocket achieves a velocity of 55 meters per second after 3 seconds when fired straight up. So we're going to assume that the beginning velocity was 0, so that this is actually the change in velocity here. This is going to be our time. The fact that it's fired straight up lets us know that the velocity is positive. We want to know, no, it says the average force. The force is 28 newtons, and we want to know the mass. So that's our question mark. So M equals question mark. Delta V equals 55 meters per second. T equals 3 seconds. And force equals 28 newtons. F delta T equals M delta V. We want the M by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by delta V. Cancels out over here. Mass equals force times delta T over delta V. So we've got 28 newtons times our time of 3 seconds divided by our change in velocity of 55 meters per second. We're looking for the mass. I'm getting a calculator spitting out 1.5272727. It looks like repeating. So when we round that to the 100th place, 1.53 kilograms is the mass. Okay, question number 4. We've got a 15,000 kilogram jet. So that's a mass. Accelerates from rest. It's a beginning velocity to 45 meters per second. That's a final velocity before it takes off. What is the change in momentum of the jet? So the delta P is what we're looking for. Now for delta P, you look at the formula sheet and you've got I equals delta P. You've got delta P equals M delta V. So your several choices there. Given the information we have here, we've got a mass. And we've got two different velocities. The beginning velocity, which you might miss if you're looking for numbers. The final velocity, 45 meters per second. And we're looking for the delta P. All right, so delta P equals M delta V is what we're going to use. And remember that delta V is the change in velocity, which is the final minus the beginning. In this case, it's the same thing as the final velocity since the beginning velocity was 0. So calculating the change in velocity is the final velocity minus the beginning velocity. You can substitute if you want. You could just put delta P equals M times V minus V naught. That's the beginning velocity. So in this case, 15,000 kilograms times 45 meters per second minus 0 meters per second. And that will get you 675,000 kilograms times meters per second for the change in momentum.